Okay, welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip, and we are live as the voting is paramount in this crypto space that is occurring this week. Yes, we had some votes passed yesterday, but I think there's a lot of confusion going on around what this voting has been and what we can kind of expect to actually see with these votes. Now today, we might actually get to see one of these bills pass, but we've still got some time before it all comes into fruition here. And when it comes to some of the crypto rules for the future, we're kind of have to wait on some of that. I am retweeting out the stream right now, so go ahead over to X and repost out the content if you guys want to support the channel. And most importantly, get some more folks in to the conversation, because at the end of this thing, we are going to do a little bit of a Q&A. And you know what I mean? So we're going to do a little bit of a Q&A at the end of this stream. So buckle up, get ready for it. And I have officially, here we go, reposted it out. I'll show you guys it live. Let's do it. Let's do it. Boom, boom. There you go. Okay. I am going to go on X and I'm going to, yes, repost it right there. Beautiful. So today, everybody wants an altcoin season, and we're kind of seeing the start of one. I see a lot of posts on X that are like, we call this altcoin season. It's an altcoin season. Everybody's calling for an altcoin season. It's altcoin season's happening. I mean, kind of. Hopefully, it's looking really good. Just take a peek at what's going on. You got XRP at $2.38. Why is XRP at $2.38? Well, couple rumors are happening right now. Oh no, what happened to my thing? I had a story pulled up here. There you go. SEC rumored to drop the Ripple appeal as early as today. Rumors with a closed doors meeting at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Could this send XRP to $5? Everybody's wondering about this, but let's see. We've seen a lot of rumors about XRP many times, and constantly rumors in the crypto space. But it is looking good for altcoins overall. The president's meme coin still struggling with the $10 level. Cardano's up a little bit today. Ethereum's up a little bit today, but XRP is kind of the showstopper right now. Biggest gainers for the day. What we've got going on is we see Flare up, Floki up, Curved Out token is up. LitoDAO is up. Here we go. We've got Farcoin moving up back to 1.4 billion, but XRP in terms of the big caps is the biggest big cap mover, and Crowcoin is starting to shake and bake, starting to get a move up to 11.2 cents. Nice to see CRO rallying as well. I did a Crowcoin video earlier this morning. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out later today when you get a chance. Do me a favor as you're hopping in, just smash a like button and subscribe to the channel. I think a lot of people are tuning in to what is going on with, a few things. But the biggest thing for crypto this week is these votes that are occurring. You've also got an ongoing discussion happening right now about the Fed. Is the president going to fire Fed Chair Powell? Kind of really up in the air, up in limbo still, honestly. I think there's a big debate going on of whether the president is going to be able to do this or not. But you'll see that Wall Street is trying to defend Fed Chair Powell and the Fed from the president. So this is kind of what we expected. The president's not going to be able to fire the Fed likely. There are a lot of people speaking out against this, increasingly so. But we are seeing stocks come up a little bit with some of the economic data that we've seen come out. We're still looking pretty good for the stock market, I guess. But the surprising thing to me is with these Fed rate cuts, we're kind of seeing the odds continue to go the wrong way. Let's look at September. Yeah, I mean, you're at almost a 50-50 shot now in September, whereas it was like less than a 15% chance at one point that we were going to get a rate cut in September. And then for October, now we're at a 22% chance there's no rate cut. So we'll just keep an eye on it. The Fed is going to stay in the conversation. But the biggest news that we're going to be looking at today, by far, is this conversation going on in the House of Representatives. Okay, so what we've got going on right now is 2 days ago, it was not looking good, and it was looking like the votes were into kind of block even having the conversation about these crypto bills. Yesterday, they did a revote, they did a vote, they did a revote, and on the revote, they voted to actually begin a conversation about these bills. Now, you're going to see headlines like this. CNBC reports the House advances crypto bills after getting a guarantee that a ban on CBDCs is included. Advances crypto bills. You might see this and go, hey, the bills are through. No, they advanced it to the next stage, okay? Advancing crypto bills and getting some of these votes we saw yesterday only allows the House to have a dialogue and move closer to actually voting on passing or not these bills. Now, yesterday was pretty historic. The longest ever House vote in the U.S. history, okay? There was a marathon 9-hour vote yesterday on this issue, and it was looking iffy for crypto for a minute there. And a lot of Democrats voted against it, and some Republicans voted against it too. There was this conversation going on of lumping the stablecoin bill with the crypto regulations bill, like the crypto rules bill, determining whether the SEC or the CFTC is going to be overseeing these assets. They wanted to lump them together. Some people did, and some people thought it was a bad idea. And so there was a lot of confusion yesterday, a lot of chaos. The markets were absolutely ripping yesterday. Bitcoin started to dip after the votes didn't go the right way. But eventually the votes, did start going the right way. Voting started at 1 p.m., but we didn't even end this vote until 11 p.m. So eventually they struck a deal to pass the procedural measure known as a rule vote around 11 p.m., which is wild. The House was initially expected to vote on 3 digital currency measures in a push dubbed Crypto Week. But now it's looking like we're probably going to have some of these things pushed out to next week. So the Stablecoin Genius Act is getting voted on today. That could be happening right now. But the Clarity Act is probably going to have to get pushed out to next week is kind of what I've been reading. That's kind of what I've been reading. Okay. It's likely the House could vote on both the Genius and Clarity for Thursday or leave one for next week. They might leave one for next week, but it was determined that it is best to kind of separate these two. The Clarity one has a little bit more ties to the concerns that people have over the president's businesses and the meme coins. The Genius one, less so. The Clarity one, more so. I wouldn't be surprised if they push that one out. We get some very positive news. The Genius Act passes today. Maybe you get a further boost. We rally into the next vote. But there is an interesting conversation kind of going on right now. I was just kind of looking at this article a little bit more. There's another interesting conversation kind of going on right now where some people out there are asking, is Bitcoin in a bubble? Well, Bitcoin arguably goes into these bubble phases all the time. Okay. I am a Bitcoin bull. By the way, this is the Crypto Report. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing here is financial advice. Do your own research as always, guys. This fellow they're referencing and getting some quotes from in this article is talking about how Bitcoin's crypto week climbed 120,000 points to a possible bubble, says this one cryptocurrency expert. And I read through this entire thing. Okay. And this guy, Ravi Sarathi, a professional of international business and strategy at some big university school of business, has a couple good points. When it comes to Bitcoin and bubbles, it's never quite so simple. There's very, very bullish things. Here's the guy, by the way. Very, very bullish things happening. And they're talking about the ETFs and they're talking about the crypto-friendly administration. They're talking about a lot of things. Mainstream investors getting into the crypto equation. He talks about the institutions that have been buying cryptocurrency, the digital asset treasury company, MicroStrategy. Now there's 126 publicly traded companies with Bitcoins on their balance sheet. Very, very bullish things. But there is also a conversation going on here that we've talked about on this. I've talked about it on this channel. And I want to reiterate for you. Look at this quote right here. So this guy's very bullish on crypto. So am I. Once the legislation has passed, I expect there will be a slight fall off in prices because the positive news has been built into the price. That's called a buy the rumor, sell the news event. That's in the title, guys. It's a buy the rumor, sell the news event. If you remember when we had the president get elected, there was a rally and then a dip to start this year. Now you could blame tariffs, you could blame the Fed, you could blame a lot of things. But after the excitement comes a little lull, an accumulation zone, and then potentially continuation to the upside. And really more so, there's an argument to be made in this article that we're going to see the prices of crypto go a lot higher. You know, mentioned also scarcity is huge. The supply of Bitcoin capped at 21 million. You look at the institutions buying, you know, that could send the price a lot higher. How's it going, Daryl? How's it going, Marlon in the chat? And Pepe and Natalis in the chat. How's it going? How's it going? What's happening, guys? So something to keep an eye on. And I do want to remind you guys this as well. You've got some of the really stupid, dumb politicians that are coming out and saying these big bearish things. You know, Senator Elizabeth Warren says crypto could blow up the entire U.S. economy. It could blow up the entire U.S. economy. It could ruin the world. The world could end because of crypto. These digital assets are bad for people. They're bad. We hate digital. I hate digital assets. I protect you from the banks, even though they lobby for me. And we don't like crypto. We like banks. We don't like crypto. That's what she says. She didn't say all those things, but that's what she's saying. There's no secret that Senator Elizabeth Warren hates crypto, okay? How's my Elizabeth Warren impersonation? You also have, you know, other folks coming out. Congressman Brad Sherman says that Bitcoin and crypto is the perfect tool for drug dealers and tax evaders. And I want to, you know, if you were to think about it, okay, like thinking about these types of people, especially these ones right here. Are they using cash or are they using crypto? They're using cash. Okay. So we should outlaw the US dollar because cash is just too risky. It's just a cesspool of criminal activity, that US dollar. Cash should be outlawed. This argument is so old and so overdone. It's wild. It's wild. There are certainly some tax evaders. Pay your taxes, guys. But there are tax evaders with the traditional currency, the dollar as well. Okay, guys. So pay your taxes. But this is the same old argument. And then you can talk about pollution from Bitcoin miners. And then you could talk about, you know, avoiding sanctions and all the classic, you know. But what about all the other illegal activities that go on with like just the straight up US dollar? There's a lot. We never hear about it. We never hear about pollution from companies. We just hear about the same old talking points from the same group of people that's anti-crypto. And a lot of them voted against crypto the other day. Okay. A lot of them voted against crypto the other day. So you're seeing it happen. Bummer. I had a good, okay. Well, that one's done. I'm not going to show that article. But we're still seeing progress. Australia just approved Bitcoin as collateral for mortgages. So that's a big story as well. Bitcoin holders can now use crypto to buy a house over in Australia. How about that? Don't you like that? We like that. But I know a lot of people are excited about this potential rumor that's happening. I want to see if there's any other stories that have come out about this XRP SEC rumor here. What do we got going on? By the way, tap the like button, subscribe to the channel. How's it going, guys? How's it going? Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, everybody's talking about this closed door meeting. Yeah. But these are rumors right now. The rumors are rumors. Let's see what's going on with this crypto vote. Do we have any news going on with this? I'll go into the charts here in a second. I shared this in my crypto.com video the other day. Again, everybody thought like, hey, they passed. Now they're lost. No. We still got some ways to go, guys. We still got some ways to go. Let's peek at it. Let's see if their voting is done yet. Okay, here we go. This is the latest update I'm seeing. The House, 27 minutes ago, has finished its debate on all three crypto bills. So they've done the debate. They've done the debate. Some people arguing that it's going to ruin the world. Some people say that it's going to advance the world just like the internet did. With final votes pending, Senator Bill Hagerty says this afternoon the House will vote on the Genius Act. So they're going to vote on the Genius Act, not the Clarity one today. There you go. There's your breaking news right there. Ooh, look at this. And according to the Bitcoin historian, you see it says 30% of all House Democrats say they will vote to pass the Genius Act today. Bipartisan crypto legislation. There you go. There you go. So we're probably going to get the Genius Act today. Now we see this coming out. House Democrat helping whip votes for the crypto bills just told me that if all goes as planned, they're expecting around 35 Dem votes in favor of Clarity this afternoon, which is expected to hit the floor around 4 p.m. Genius said they could see anywhere from 70 to 80 Democrats voting yes. So rumors, looking pretty good. Could be a pretty bullish day. Is it going to be a buy the rumors, sell the news event, or is it going to be an everything rally, ripping, roaring markets? Oh my gosh, I can't believe how high these prices are going kind of thing. It's going to be interesting to see, guys. It's going to be interesting to see because right now, look at this. Look at total market cap. It's looking nice. It's looking nice. We got a weekly candle above the previous wick that we saw back in December of 2024. Look at Bitcoin dominance just crumbling down. Altcoin season momentum potentially. Remember what happened back here, October, November 2024. There you go. Boom. Presidential election. Super bullish. Altcoin season, right? Oh, just kidding. December comes. Oh, Bitcoin starts rallying back up. Altcoins get weak again. Why? You never know what can happen, okay? So buckle up, buckaroo. Know that Bitcoin is the king of this market. And know that you can, when the market does it right, make a bunch on altcoins. Historically, that's what we've seen. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. You have to do your own digging. What I've seen is that altcoins can outperform Bitcoin in a very spectacular way. And when they do, people can make a ton of money. But you got to take that profit on the way up, guys. I believe that time in the market beats timing the market. That's what I believe. And that's kind of been proven time and time again with crypto, especially if you buy during the lows of the bear markets and sell or take profit along the way to the top. I do think there will be a bear market at some point again in the future. Perhaps it's not going to be as drastic, but I believe there still will be a bear market again at some point in the future. But for now, things are looking big, beautiful, and bullish. Here you go. We got Ethereum rallying back up. Wants to get to that $3,500 level. Heck, it might want to get up to 4K here on this rally. If these bills pass, don't be surprised to see it explode. There's Crow Coin trying to get back up to 12 cents, looking pretty decent. There's Pepe getting a little bit of a move up. Bitcoin's even coming up again. We like to see that. A lot of rumors are unfolding that, hey, these bills, maybe more than one could get passed today. We know that the Genius Act is getting voted on soon. And then the Clarity Act could be getting voted on later today. Pepe says, like I said, this bill is really, really bad. I looked at it. They will be controlling all your crypto, and they are controlling DeFi. It will dump once it's passed. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see. I mean, regulation was always coming, guys. The government wants control, and they've got more power than we do. And it's going to be interesting. I think that in the long term, crypto is extremely bullish. In the short term, yeah, we could see a little bit of a sell the news event. We are kind of at that level of resistance for total market cap. We're at that level of resistance for Ethereum. We are at that level of resistance for Bitcoin. And if we break through, it could be epic. But if we do dump, it could be a very spooky dump. I wouldn't expect it, but I would put it as a possibility, okay? Yeah, I would put it as possibility, okay? XRP is going to take a new all-time high here, maybe. Look at this right here. $3.41. Wow. Marlon says, I watch Rogue Trader. I got to look at that. I don't know what that is. I should check that out. Sounds pretty neat. What else is going on, guys? What else is going on in the chat? How you doing? Smash a like, by the way. Subscribe to this channel for more content, guys. We are live streaming Monday through Friday on this channel for you guys. Trying to keep that content coming. I'm going to see if we have any new updates as well. Yeah, I mean, so the president could sign the Genius Act into law tomorrow. That's kind of what I'm seeing. The debate is done. That's kind of what we got for now. All right? That's kind of what we got for now. Very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. So we're going to keep an eye out for the votes. Oh, you know it, Blake. You know it. No, not looking at that. Not looking at that one, go see. Young Ewan McGregor. What's that about? Okay, yeah, so what else we got moving today? Flare and Floki. So the memes are coming back a little bit to the downside right now. Pump Fun coming down a little bit. This Pump Fun coin. Anybody get in on any of that Pump Fun airdrop action? Anybody get any of that airdrop action in the chat? I think it went to the creators of Pump Fun, like the streamers that did the streaming of Pump Fun. They got the airdrops. Some people made quite a bit of money, and there was quite a big sell-off. Yeah, this Pump Fun token, going to be interesting to see. Are the Pump Fun days over, right? Is that like crazy meme coin mania on Solana done? How many more memes can they come out with? Eventually, there's just too many to buy, right? How's it going, Simon in the chat? Ice in the chat says stocks, BTCS treasury companies, they popped. If you take a look, BTCS has a low market cap. Oh, you're looking at a stock? Yeah. More Bitcoin and Ethereum treasury companies. Those companies that are going pro-crypto, putting it on their balance sheets. Yeah, they're pretty bullish, man. They're pretty bullish. What is like Coinbase and Circle doing today? Let's take a peek at that. I like looking at those big crypto stocks every now and again. Not again. There you go. You got Circle back to 233. Coinbase breaking $400. Look at that one. I got some Coinbase stock. Coinbase stock breaking 400. I think that's an all-time high. Oh, it got up to 415. That's incredible. Wowie. Wowie. Yep, so it's just ripping right now. Crypto industry, man. Here we go. Robinhood's up to 105 today. Nvidia's ripping. August and September coming up. Not in any short plays, Simon, but I gotta be honest. I'm thinking about it with a buy the rumor, sell the news event. And if I get wrecked because we explode to the upside, that's fine for me. Do your own research, and you got to pick your own plays. And here we've been playing around with BitConnects as well and Blowfin. If you want to support the channel and you want to do some trading, we've got affiliates in the links in the description down below with these sign up bonuses if you want to check them out. So check those out if you want to do some trading and support the channel. A couple great exchanges down there for you to look at in the description. XRP, oof, it wants a new high so bad. It wants a new high so bad. It could happen, guys. It could happen on the weekly time frame. 3 days, 7 hours left. Did this weekly candle? Yeah, this is the highest ever weekly candle we had closing for total market cap. This is going to be a very pivotal. This is such a big week. This is such a big week, guys. This price action is wild. Here we are. Here we are at the highs. I don't want to remind you guys, like, look what's happened. Look what happens when we break through a peak. Here's a peak. Here's a peak. Can't get through, come back down. Try to go up, can't do it. Revisit it, reject back down. Break through it, come back down, below it. We're above it. Now here's the next one. Even if we break through this, I wouldn't be surprised to see another pullback and a retest before continuation to the upside. Either way, I think there's a chance that there is some kind of pullback. The biggest reason I say that is, well, it's because I've been in the market since 2016. I'm so bullish on crypto, guys, but I've learned the tricks of the game. Everybody thinks it's all going to happen at once, and it doesn't all happen at once. It doesn't all happen at once. It doesn't just, XRP is not just going to go to $20, when the XRP case ends, if it ever ends, and when these laws get put into, Ethereum is not just going to 10 grand after it breaks through $4,000, right? It just doesn't work like that. There are levels of support and resistance we like to break through. Traders get greedy. They come in, they long, they short, they get wrecked. We reconsolidate. There's profit taking. There's accumulation again. And then eventually there's like kind of a bear market where the thing dies off for a while and everybody just starts bleeding out and selling. And then there's an accumulation phase and the smart money comes back in and buys the lows. And then we go through these cycles over and over again. That's what we've experienced in this crypto space for years and years and years and years. And from the low to the high, I've just said it 1,500 times. You got a bull market last about 1,070 days. That brings us to October, maybe November of 2025. Could be the top. Could be the top. Could we go into 2026? We could go into 2026, guys. It's really possible. But this is all we know at this point. This is all we know is the past. Breaking news, XRP almost took a new high. Look at this, $3.30 for XRP. Unbelievable. Look at it. Just absolutely exploding right now. Absolutely exploding. What else is happening in the chat? Welcome to the Crypto Report. For those of you guys just tuning in, smash the like button on your way in. Subscribe to this channel for more crypto content. Turn the tunage up a little bit. We got rumors coming out. The White House has just confirmed the president will eliminate capital gain taxes on Bitcoin payments. I don't know if this is still a rumor or if this is actual news that's breaking. You got to be careful with what you read on the internet. We saw that in Australia. You can use your crypto, your Bitcoin to get a mortgage. Well, we're seeing news. U.S. lawmakers introduce a bill requiring mortgage lenders to accept Bitcoin and XRP and select cryptos for home payments. Another part of the reason why we've got these things rallying. These are rumors, guys. These are rumors. These are things we're finding on X, sharing with you guys. Always do your own research, my friends. Wow. Here's another one for you. Charles Schwab becomes the second largest shareholder in Metaplanet. That's a Bitcoin-related company these days. Schwab now holds 61 million shares, 8.9% of the entire Metaplanet stock. Unbelievable marketing strategic move in the growing Bitcoin ecosystem's global institution from U.S. to Japan, increasingly aligned behind Bitcoin. It's clear the future of finance is being shaped by crypto. It's a crypto world. There you go. There's the crypto report right there. That's us. We're live. We are live. I'm looking to see if XRP is going to take this new high here. Man, it is so darn close. Just check this out. It is so darn close to ripping a new high here. $3.40. That's kind of your level. If we get through it, it could start ripping, roaring, soaring. Could it double top? It could. I don't know. I don't know. It kind of depends on everything else. Everything's at a very pivotal moment. Very pivotal moment for the technicals, for the charts. All right, guys. Well, we're waiting on the vote. XRP is mooning. Ethereum's doing quite well. Bitcoin's still at 120. We'll have another stream coming your way tomorrow. That's all I got. I'm Crypto Kid. This is a Crypto Report. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. DCA, hold on, my friends. Check out the affiliates in the link in the description down below. Until next time, guys, I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. See you next time, y'all. Peace.